Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurjani from English Education Department 2018. Now I am going to explain about simulation seminar proposal. In this detail, I am improving English reading skill using model number Head Together NHT of student class 7 school Islamic School MTS PPTI Tamo Majene Regency. Chapter 1 Introduction. Background. In learning English, there are 4 skills that must be mastered, namely listening, reading, speaking, and writing. In this researcher will explain about reading comprehension because in pandemic situation, many students which will be done to find out whether student can be improved reading skill. And then the student also not interested in learning, but actually for improving reading skill, student required a science that is reading comprehension. Reading is an activity and read to every word and understanding the meaning of the reading in each sentence. And knowing information, get a knowledge, and so on. According to Indonesian Big Dictionary, the reading is spelling or pronouncing what is written. And then, from Heidelman, 1978, quoted from this book, entitled Reading in a Changing World, Heidelman said that reading is a verbal process interrelated with the thinking and writing. Especially, reading is the process of reconstruction from the printed patterns on the page, the ideas, and information attended by the author. My reason, why do research proposal in Islamic School MTS PPTI Tamo Majene Regency? Because I observed and I see the situation on the class. I think personally there is something wrong from the student during learning process because the student did not understanding the reading text well. This is causes the value obtained to eventually decrease. Then the learning process carried out. The learning techniques used by the teacher more time and can be said to be an efficiency because all students need to read the text one by one. For the reason, I will try to use model type number Head Together or NHT learning method to find out where student can improve reading skill in the learning process. Next, identification problem. To identify the problem faced by student when reading, it is necessary to know the factor that cause the decline in these abilities. Some of the problem faced by student in learning reading English are the first, students are not interested in learning reading English. The second, the teacher uses an attractive learning method. Number 3, decreases ability of student in reading. Number 4, lack of students' knowledge in reading comprehension. The last, the method used by the teacher is still not good for students. Next, research benefit. This research benefit, there are 3. Number 1, student, teacher, and school. For student reading ability and interest can increase so that learning English is more useful. Increase student understanding in a reading text or history. For teacher, as a strategy in effort to improve student reading skill and interest. Next, getting the correct understanding of learning reading skills so as to improve student vocabulary in learning English. And the last, for school, provide motivation for school to implement the learning model number Head Together or NHT in stimulation student interest in reading. Number 2, provide input for school to socialize the learning model to improve the quality of student, of educator, and student. Next, chapter 2, literature review. For previous related studies, some research were carried out by study. The first, Hinelo Martin, 2018. The title of his research was Improving Narrative Text Reading Ability Through Model Number Head Together in Grade for Elementary School 08 Delano, Gorontalo Regency. Number 2, Justina Selong, 2017 until 2018. In this study was improving student reading comprehension through the use of number Head Together or NHT technique. The result of the research conducted turned out to be it can improve student attention during the learning process. The last, by looking at the results of the research that has been conducted by the above researcher, the writer has an idea of a researcher concept that will be carried out at MTS PPTI Tamo Majene Regency using model number Head Together or NHT to see whether students can improve their reading skill into the learning process. Literature review, theoretical framework. Judging from the description above, the method that research will use is to determine the extent to which students can improve their reading skills through learning model the using of number head together or NHT. Number head together or NHT is a learning method that makes students more active in the learning process. This method is included in cooperative learning, which can develop ability by students both individually and in group. According to Spencer Kagan, 19 and 92, this method was developed by Spencer Kagan. 19 and 92, this technique will give students the opportunity to share ideas. And from Fatkan Amirul Huda, 2012, the method developed by Ruth Friend is suitable for ensuring individual accountability in group discussion. From theoretical above, it can be included by applying the learning model together or NHT. It can encourage students to improve reading skill in the learning process. Next, research methodology. Research design. Based on the title, the study uses a type of qualitative research that focus on the object of research. Next, research instrument. In qualitative research, I use observation and interviewing. Observation to be made us pay attention to the subject to be studied during activity. A researcher provides questions during the interview can provide information with the research problem. Next, population and sampling. The population and sampling of the study for students of class 7 MTS PPT IKAMO Imaginary Agency, that is 23 students. The last, technique of collecting the data. Observation. Based on the observations we made, the data collection technique was carried out by making several research steps. Observation, there are 7. Number 1, I will make several groups. Each group has a maximum of 3 students. Number 2, give a number to each student. Number 3, ask each student to write down their unforgettable experience. Number 4, each group will draw a lot to find out who will read the experience of their team. In this situation, is random. Number 5, after that, the group that get number 1 will read it first. Number 6, after finishing, the student has the right to appoint another group to read their experience. Number 7, researcher will assess the result that students have drawn and find out where students can improve their reading skill in using this method. Okay, I think enough from me. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.